Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to the Knit Girls. This is episode 56. It is Easter Sunday, 2011. We have a special guest. You probably can't see him here. Hold him up. I caved
time for your close-up.
after not having a dog for a long, long time and decided to get a puppy.
Look.
Well,
There you are.
He was a shelter dog. He is a dachshund something mixed, and I need a name. So for this week's contest, for week 4's contest, just suggest a name, any name, whatever you think.
He's very chill.
Yeah, he is a very mellow dog, except he's a little camera shy. So, come here, pup.
Okay? There you go.
I have to rest
to
him
your
from
mama.
Laura.
He's so
So-
cute.
Mwah. So here, this is what he looks like. He's got a kind of a browny black brindle. So he's a handsome boy.
He
And
is.
Now he's going to go hang out with Kobe. So hang
I
on.
want to call him Fezzik, but Michael told me no. Michael's Mr. Awesome.
Got him. Okay, go put him on
So
your
the
bed.
rules,
Okay.
just like before, for the contest is that there will be a thread on the Ravelry group. You post to it before Saturday night at midnight Central Time.
The
At that
following
point, it'll
Saturday.
be, following
I
Saturday.
think it's the last Saturday in April.
Yep. This is the last contest, guys.
Oh, thank goodness. But yeah, so easy peasy. Think of a name, put it in the thread, and we'll put you on
Yep.
a random number generator.
Yay.
So we're going to start with this week's prizes.
So first is Sarah Monty. This is a pattern. Random number says 80.
Okay, that's going to be on the 4th page.
You do a little dance while we wait for you.
Yeah, I know. It's like half the problem is figuring out what page it's on. I have a cheat sheet right there. Will you grab that for me? With the purple
Oh, I
writing?
see it.
Yeah. Okay, number 80 is, ooh, that's beautiful.
Ooh.
Twin Eye Mama. And it was
That's
a vine
pretty.
shawl. I'll see it. I don't know if y'all will be able to see this or not. But it's a kind of a greenish one. It's
I like
beautiful.
that one. That's
So,
gorgeous.
You want a pattern from Sarah Monty. Congratulations.
Awesome. And then the next 1, 2, 3 prizes are going to be patterns from Patty Waters. Let me go ahead and write that 80 on the back of that.
Good job.
Yay, keeping up with stuff. 255.
And that's going to be page number 11. Let's see who the lucky winner is. And Patty's giving us prizes for every single week. She's awesome.
She is
Oh,
awesome.
Candyland. I've been talking to her in PMs. The Sock Yarn Slouch Hat by Sandra Bickelmeyer.
Cool.
So that was her favorite project, was a slouch hat.
Next,
Sweet.
17.
I know what page that one's going.
These are all low numbers today, it seems like. Thus far. The day is young.
So somebody from the first page won. All right. 17 is LAS Knit 2. She most enjoyed the fingerless gloves called Bonbons.
Oh, cool.
LAS Knit 2. You want a prize?
Cool.
For Patty's on.
And then 31.
Oh, that's the next page. I like them when they're close together. It makes it easier to get to them. Theoretically, if it would take my click. Okay. What was it, 31?
31. Lucky, lucky number 31.
That's beautiful. Just passed it. This was H. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm going to butcher your name. H. Nordquist. And it
Cool.
was the 10-stitch blanket. And we actually have a lady in our local knitting guild
Knitting Guilds who did that
it was
out of
beautiful.
Noro. It's
Mhm.
gorgeous.
So H. Nordquist. I'm sorry I butchered your name. You want a prize from
Okay,
Patty
next is Smushy in the Butter Peeps colorway. It goes to 337.
337.
And it
is
looks
337.
like this.
That is a very springy color. 337.
Now I can throw stuff on the floor because the puppy's not here anymore. The puppy was eating my piddle.
Oh, it's Rain
bag.
Lover. These are her lily filled mittens.
Oh, cool.
They're pretty. I like these a lot.
So, Dream in Color Smushy going to Rain Lover. Yay!
What else?
Next is Malabriga worsted in a yellow orange lot. It goes to 358.
What's the next page?
Tell you what.
358 is. Oh, I went too far.
And it's those two. This week was brought to you by the color yellow.
LP Pearl, and that was her Shaloma. Was the first
Oh,
sweater
cool.
that she actually knits that she will wear out in public. I've yet to knit a sweater I'll wear out in public. So.
Next is Volmaza Golden Pear, and it goes to 385.
Again, right next to each other. Your
Today
random
is-
number generator is.
Today is a weird day
is
for
my
random
friend
number.
Today, 385.
And that is
Allin, Allin, and it was a pair of socks that she had just finished the night that she posted this. So
oh, cool.
that's cool.
Next is the vegan markers, and I totally almost jacked these. Random number says 128. When we sat down to record, I was like, those are pretty. I want those. It's a wide variety assortment of different rainbow color stitch markers. She's got all sizes in there. It's a rainbow of possibilities.
Oh, this is one knit socks. These are her Doctor Who inspired socks, I think,
Cool.
with the little police box on them.
Those are very Doctor Who-esque. I hope y'all enjoyed the Doctor Who premiere yesterday.
Yeah, I went to Hulu to see if it was. I guess I have to wait a day. I don't know if it'll be on Hulu or not since it's BBC America.
Next is a blue quilted bag from Seashore Sharon. $3.84.
Didn't we have a 385?
Yeah, we did.
Wow. Okay, that's pretty nifty. Well, it's probably not nifty for people who aren't close to that number range. Who are like, that's not nifty. 384.
This very pretty bag.
Is Pearls of Anna. And the Acer cardigan was she knit
I
it for her
love
mother.
that cardigan.
So that's cool. She has a pretty profile picture too.
Intentions Yarn Joy is up next, and that is $165.
165.
And that is
7.
this colorway right here.
That's really
Dyed by the lovely Heather of Boutros Babe.
7. Right, what is it?
165.
That's such terrible short-term memory. It's ridiculous. 165 is RX Knitter 1. Jaywalker socks. Her second pair of Jaywalker socks.
Cool.
She was working on them when she met the Yarn Harlot. That's an
she has a
interesting
pretty profile picture
Mm-hmm.
too. Next is a Diabolical Mohair Fall Lot. It is $207.
That's going to go to page 9.
I love these two colors.
Yeah, I think
those
they work
two
really
are my
well together.
favorite. They are so pretty.
All right, this is Texas Yellow Rose.
Yay!
Let's see. She's adding a lot of things to her favorites. I did too. I didn't look at my queue number. I'll do that when I'm done. But I know it went up at least 20 items.
All right, next are 2 copies. It'll be the next 2 prizes of Toe Up Socks in a Box by Wendy Johnson. She's donating them to us. $3.59. Didn't we already have a bunch of $3.59?
We had a 358, I think. We had a 385. Keep going back. We had a 358. What is this in 359?
$3.59.
That's page 15. Promise we're not cheating, y'all.
My iPhone hates you.
God, I forgot what page already.
$3.59.
15. I'm sorry, y'all. I have such a terrible memory. 359. 359
I'm
is
waiting on you.
Roseanne. The Bella mittens and hat for her friend Lola. That's really
Oh,
pretty.
cool.
I'm trying to get it so the light isn't in the way. There we go.
And then last prize, another Toe Up Socks in the Box. $3.30. Man, the 300's got it today.
Oh goodness. 330 is JPELED.
It's the Rainbow Bright person.
Yeah.
She's got dead monsters.
Yeah, that's a funny picture of the little monsters with the X's for eyes. Okay, so something I've neglected to tell y'all for the past 2 weeks. If you want a prize, send me a PM with your mailing address if it's a physical prize. And if not, then just send me just PM me and tell me that you want a pattern, and I'll get you in touch with the designers to make sure that you get your free copy. So
Cool.
that was the 3rd drawing for prizes. We have one final drawing left, and these are what the prizes are going to be. Laura will talk about them.
Twisted Fiber Arts in Duchess. Handmade bag from Farm
Wife and Mama.
Mama.
Mm-hmm.
Sarah Monty, 1 free pattern.
It's a Morgaine. It's a shawl pattern from
by
Stephanie Bolt.
Bolts. 100% wool Miza and Zenzel. Or Zenzi.
Zenzi. Yep.
Sharon, Seashore Sharon, another box
Another
bag.
bag.
Shea Cat Marker, Spotted Purple Lot. Nama Nama Doppio. Diabolical 100% cotton. Malabrigu Fall Orange Lot. Patty Sands,
And
Patty Sands, Patty Sands.
3 more patterns from Patizan. So overall, I think we've had 50 plus prizes. Y'all have been amazing in
Yay.
donating them. We hope that you've had fun hoping that you win. And you still got one more chance to win. Again, just pick a name for my puppy and put it in the thread. I'll start the thread as I start post-production on this episode.
Cool.
Now we can start our regular stuff.
Awesome.
So what you working on?
I'm working on my Numma Numma socks. I was really trying yesterday to get these done.
I'll make sure I wasn't stepping on your yarn. I'm sorry.
Well, I appreciate that. Here's the first one.
And this pattern is now available on Ravelry, and it's called Famous Feet.
Because the pictures were taken on our feet.
Which is funny. So
And then
funny.
here's the second one. So I'm like 4 inches away from being done.
And that includes your toe?
That includes the toe.
That's cool.
So I'm almost there. Maybe someday today I will get it done. Although I've been doing other stuff today, not knitting.
You've been spending quality time today.
Wheezy and I put together a bookcase, so that is very awesome. Other things that are on the needles.
Mr. Awesome is in the room. I can see his feet under the umbrella lights. Will you close the door, babe? Thank you.
Ganor.
That is
Which
a
is
kitchen
shawl
sink
pattern.
dye works, right?
It is out of Kitchen Sink Dye Works, her cashmere base in the Dexter colorway, and the shawl is by Picnic Knits. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4 points in, and you go, it's knit sideways, and then you go till you use half of your yarn up, and this was 115 grams, and then you start decreasing. So it's on my lovely signatures, size 3.75 millimeters, size 5. So there's that, and that's been wonderful to work on. I just haven't had a whole lot of time to work on it. And it's in my Pitaloot bag that Puppy was eating on earlier. He does not care for the cats.
It's his disagreement. And my cats, that's why we actually bought a puppy instead of a full-size dog, is my cats are wary of other animals. So.
And then I have some 3Us, twisted in fiber.
What
And
color
this
is that?
is saltwater taffy. I love this colorway. And I've finished one sock, put in for the afterthought heel using some of the Dexter yarn. And I am about to start the second sock. So there's that.
You
One
got a lot
down,
going on this
one to
week.
go. I did, and I finished all my secret knitting.
Sweet.
So that makes, now I can knit just for y'all. And by y'all, I mean me. Last but not least, I have started the third little start of my log cabin blanket.
You should show
So
the square you just
the
finished
mitered
yesterday.
crosses. Yep.
It looks beautiful.
So one of these is, I don't know if this was the last square. No, this was the first square. And then this is the second square. It's a little bit wonky looking. I didn't count with this one. And then I've started the third square. So I'm ahead of schedule.
So what arbitrary goal have you set for yourself with these squares?
It's 1 square every 2 weeks.
Okay.
So I'm right on schedule. Started the third out of, I'm trying to remember if this was the color.
By the way, I'm such
The
a
black
living.
turquoise color. It's 252. Started the third out of that. Why are you a lemming?
Because I signed up for the house sorting for the
Did
Harry
you?
Potter thing.
Good.
So maybe I'll get into the Harry Potter thing, and then it'll force me to
I
finish.
can't
it.
remember the official name in that. I'll have to put it
It's
into
like
the
the
show
Harry
notes.
Potter House Cup or something.
It is.
the group. but
And what was the name of the woman in the gorgeous
Simply
orange?
Me 5252.
Okay.
We'll never forget her because she
She-
looked so unbelievable in the sweater that she had done.
And she wore yarn as a necklace one day. That was
That's true.
gorgeous too.
And she's got
She
so
had
much personality.
Pretty stuff.
I hope to see her.
Gorgeous stuff. But she kind of convinced us to do it, and then they linked me several times because they were talking about doing my Simply shawl, and so I kind of got sucked in.
Yeah. Well, I mean, when you see somebody with as beautiful of a finished object as this woman had on every day, she had on something gorgeous.
And actually, her finished object is in the gorgeous orange sweater that we're talking about, is in last week's prize thread. She posted it.
Yep.
I think
It
it's
has
in
the
the
little buttons.
400s.
I can't remember what it's called, but
gorgeous.
it's
It's
really
out of Miss
cute.
Babs Yowza. It's gorgeous.
Yeah.
Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous.
Is that the word of the week?
Maybe.
I'm trying to get to the end
Yet
of the
to
road.
be
I'm killing
determined.
time. So I only have one active work in progress. I'm still kind of arbitrarily doing the log cabin squares, but not with any real conviction. So what I'm knitting now, I finished the Magrathea, I'll show you that in a minute, but then I thought it was, I don't know, Monday or something, I didn't have anything to knit, I was kind of restless about it, and Mr. Awesome was actually up here in my craft room with me for some reason. And I told him to go through my yarn bins and pick out a color of something, and I would figure out what to knit with it. So, as I expected, he ended up in the Woolmaza drawer, and he picked
Boy's
out.
got good taste.
He picked out
Colton Polar.
Colton Polar in the fluffy base, which I think I've only got one other skein in the fluffy base. So it's a beautiful, rich blues and purples, and there's some teal.
It's a gorgeous colorway.
I started the Hitchhiker. Here, I'll show you the picture. It's another sort of asymmetrical shawl, and it's also by Martina Bam, who did Magrathea.
I think after this one you should just do the third, just to have the full set done.
Maybe, I don't know. But so this is what it looks like right now. I've got 22 points, I think. And in staying with the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, if you use Woolmaza and you get the gauge that she specified, which I didn't even check for gauge, then you'll end up with 42 points, because the answer to everything is 42, if you believe Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. So it's brainless, it's really easy, it's 8 rows over and over, it's super easy. So if you want something brainless, I recommend this.
It's very pretty as well.
It's like, it's brainless to a fault, like you feel like it might never end, but I think it's going to be gorgeous when it's done. So.
What needles are you using?
These are my signatures, my size 4, 3.5 millimeter. Good call.
I didn't say it for anything else that I was working on this week, so I figured I might as well get you to say it.
So, yeah. But I think it's pretty. I like it a lot, so that's what I'm working on. And then I guess I'll go ahead and show you my Magrathea.
Since I have no finished objects.
It's a rarity for you to not have a finished object, though.
I thought about casting on a chirp chubby chirp this morning, just to have something. Then I could send it to Julia, but I got...
Things happened. You were busy.
I was busy. So I put together the expedite shelf from IKEA, and Wheezy helped, and then I had to load it down with stuff and move stuff around to make room for it.
You fulfilled its purpose.
Which was overflow stash storage.
So, yeah, you had a fun daddy-daughter morning. Right?
Yeah, we went to Mass and then did that.
Mm-hmm. What time is Mass on Easter Sunday?
It's
really
always
early?
at 10. No,
Oh,
it's always
okay.
at 10 at the church I go
I
to.
always figure it's really early, but anyway. So this is Magrathea. She is gorgeous and finished. I'm sorry, I'm kind of going in front of you.
Here, I'll
But
space her
this
a
is
little
out of
bit
my
further.
hand spun in Cloud Lover. I cannot remember the colorway name, but it was their merino cashmere silk blend, I think. And it was the first thing I spun of Cloud Lover, and it is so beautiful, and I love it so much. And yeah, it's mine. I was going to give it to a friend, but then I decided I liked it too. But I had not told the friend I was going to give it to her, so anyway, I love it, and it's mine.
Selfish knitting for the win.
I can't recommend. The pattern, I had kind of gotten stuck, so the construction on this is sort of weird. You start at a point, and you knit out, and you can kind of tell with the stripes that it's knit sort of in an odd way. But then you get to a point here where you're used to knitting, doing part of the edging, and then doing the garter. Well, at a point you just stop totally doing the garter and you just start knitting the edging. And I kind of couldn't wrap my brain around it, so I had to put it in timeout for a couple days. And then I was going to email the designer and ask her, was I just totally an idiot? But I went, again, Ravelry is awesome, went to the project pages of other people who have done it, who just said, just stop trying to figure it out and just do it, and it'll work. So I did. I stopped trying to figure it out, and I just did it, and it worked. So
Very pretty.
I love it. It's beautiful. It's fun.
My
Yeah.
squishy.
We both have spinning.
We did. We both had the same spinning. So.
Mine isn't dry yet.
Oh, I didn't even bother to wash mine. But I have lost the tie apparently. Puppy was overplaying in it.
Blame it on the puppy.
Totally will blame everything on the puppy. Uh-oh. This might be fail.
Yeah, I'm thinking the same thing.
Alright, there's mine. Mine is the TheKnitGirll's fiber, the Superwash BFL. I got a sport weight, 250 yards, 2-plied. I fractal spun it, so I divided it in half, spun the first half, and then divided the other half into thirds.
Into bits, yeah.
Yep, into thirds. So that's that.
So the idea of that is to keep the color kind of
Yep. So it's
alternating.
never really the same.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's the same sometimes, but it...
You are terrible at winding in schemes.
I know, isn't it pitiful? I need a full-time skein winder for me.
I always gotta wonder how Numma Numma and Claudia do it. You know, they just like, they don't even pay attention.
Or
It's like-
Stacy too. It's like boom. And
Stacy does something with her elbow. I don't know how I've watched her before and I'm like, I'm gonna figure this out, but I never do.
But 250 yards, which is the exact amount needed for the Age of Brass and
Oh,
Steam.
cool.
So I think that's what this is going to become in our spin along, knit along, which it is not too late to join.
Nope.
It is never too late to
And
join.
it's not necessary that you actually spend to do it. Join
Nope.
it if you just want to knit along. This is mine, same fiber, and as it will shock no one, I tried to keep the colors together. So I spun it thicker on purpose. It's probably, I would guess, around a worsted weight. And I kept the colors together in most places. There's a couple where they blend to a point, but I'm not worried about that. I got 175 yards, and it's, like I said, it's about a worsted weight 2-ply. So I think what I'm going to do are the arm warmers.
I like those.
Only because I'm so sick of starving artist. I got to have something else. But I'll probably knit another starving artist when it comes to winter time, though, because I can never keep up with my hats. I always think I should leave one in the car, but I never do.
I feel like 3 in the car.
So I've only
And
got
I always have
of
a couple
hats.
at school too.
I
For
don't
the
need
kids.
to line this up because it's still wet. So
Okay.
anyway, so that's our spinning, and you have a book review, right?
I do.
It feels so weird to be back to like normal recording.
routine after 2 weeks of non-normal recording. So 60 quick baby knits. I had to look at the cover because I couldn't remember what it was called.
This is put out by Cascade.
It's put out by Sixth and Spring Books, but it uses only Cascade 220 Superwash. So everything in here is made out of Cascade 220 Superwash.
Which is a really affordable option. There's tons of
Oh,
colors.
there's lots of colors and there's lots of projects. The reason why I like this book is it combines pretty simple patterns, and then every once in a while you'll get to spice it up. So there's some cute Mary Jane booties, and it's got the embroidery stitch on them, a little daisy. My favorite thing in the whole book is the sheep hat.
So that is a really cute hat.
There it is coming. And there it is going. So I like that a lot. That's actually what convinced me to buy the book. Like I said, a lot of basic, simple patterns, and then every once in a while they spice it up. There's a garter stitch cardigan that for a more beginner knitter I think would be perfect.
Yeah, there's a lot of like basic sweaters, basic hats, basic socks that would be good to kind of introduce you into each item.
And then there's some lace. There's a lace blanket with a garter edge that's very pretty.
I
That's
like that
called
a
the
lot.
leaf lace blanket.
I don't know if I love any baby enough to knit them a blanket, but I like that pattern.
I loved this little ruffled flapper hat.
Agree. I like that one a lot.
It's project number 11. There are 60 projects in here because it's 60 quick knits. There's some Fair Isle, and I'm not certain I do these colors, but a Fair Isle hat and leg warmer set. So if you're interested in getting into Fair Isle, that might be a good project for you to start with because it's in the round and you wouldn't have to steek or anything. There's quite a good mixture. I like this. Leslie doesn't like it, but I love this little songbird sweater. I think it's adorable. I think she doesn't like it because it's in Tarja.
Uh-huh. This is true.
But
Like I always
it's
try to
very
challenge
cute.
myself into doing new things, and Tarsha is something I just don't care about. One day I will, I'm sure, and I'll hate myself for ever saying I didn't care about it, but I can't get into it. So.
There's some very, very simple like raglan sweaters. Let's see. Did I tag that?
Yeah, I
There's
like that
this
sweater.
boat neck pullover, and I like the construction. I also like the fact that it's got buttons at the top, so it'll actually fit on your baby's head.
What a novel concept.
No muss or fuss. There are charts in this book as well as written instructions. And then I tagged a lot.
You like
I
a
am a
lot.
tagger at heart.
There's some mitered stuff in there, some
Yep.
stripes, sweaters.
I love both the colors and this little tennis cabled vest. I think it is adorable. And at Mass this morning I saw a lot of little boys in little cabled vests, and they were very cute.
They were dapper.
They were. One crawled underneath the pew and kicked me.
Oh.
They were very special.
I like that one.
Here's a fisherman's pullover. I like how sophisticated some of the knits in this book are. And they're worsted baby knits, so you know they'll get done pretty quickly.
Although there is a whole blanket in here that's intarsia. Kind of blows my mind a little.
One of the things that I don't particularly care about the book is some of the photography. I think the sweater is super cute, but their photographing of reds and pinks, especially that bright fuchsia pink,
that's not our camera.
is
That's
very,
that's the photography.
very unfortunate. And then last but not least, I tagged the back because when you open the back flap, it's got a little simple ruler. So you always have a ruler with you in both inches and millimeters. Also a little metric conversion thing, and the embroider, the embroidery stitches. That's okay. Also things to know like abbreviations. So all that stuff is on the back flap.
So what level knitter would you recommend this for?
I think you could do a little bit of everyone, because there's some beginner stuff in here. There's some definite easy hats, socks, stuff like that, and then it takes it up with intarsia, cables, Fair Isle, lace, so a little bit of everything.
A taste of a lot of these techniques without committing to a huge project.
Nope, and the book's only $18. And I think I got it at my local yarn shop on sale, so there you go.
You can always check Amazon too.
Oh yeah, or Knitpicks always, like a couple times a year, has some pretty cheap books. I think Amazon actually didn't have it.
Oh.
It was very odd, so we'll have to see if I can link it to Amazon. It might be a link to Knitpicks this week.
Okay, so that's our book review. I feel like we're going really fast, which is good because that means not an hour-long episode today. Yay! Well, that's good for me.
It's good for y'all too.
Let's see. Well, but we've still got favorite things to go.
Yep.
So,
Pitaloops. So Jen from Pitaloop, I had custom ordered a bag from her. It is this one. They are owls. They are cute. I saw the fabric online and I PM'd her. And this is the awesomeness that is Jen and Wendy. I PM'd her and I was like, I like this fabric. Make me a bag out of it. And she was like, okay. And so I custom ordered a wedge because that's my favorite of their bags. This is the large wedge.
Because it's huge.
It's huge and it'll fit. This is where the log cabin is going to go to, I believe. And it's got some nice interfacing. And when you open it, I love the little ribbon ties. When you open it,
sorry, I'm making noise over here, y'all.
There are buttons and there are lining. What are my buttons? I have a Pitaloop sewing team loves the TheKnitGirlls.
Yeah.
And then a little Pitaloop owl with a mustache.
Yes, we love the mustaches.
So, and when you pop it open, it's got a nice flat bottom. And that's what it looks like. That's what their large wedge bag looks like. It is my favorite of all their bags.
And I know that you guys might be kind of burned. You might be a little sick of hearing about Pitaloop, just because a lot of the podcasters like her bags. But really, if you're going to go for a handmade bag, she's definitely somebody you want to check out because her bags are very well constructed. And I've never had a hole in any of my bags. I've never had. I can throw them in the washer and then just press them out to get the shape back. I've never had a problem with mine.
I don't like her fabric choices.
Yeah, she sent us a couple of little thank you gifts just because
she's awesome.
And every time anybody on Plurk says I want a bag, we always point them to Pitaloop because that's our standard.
That's
really.
our favorite.
So she sent us some little
She
thank
and
you
Wendy
stuff.
do some awesome stuff, and they sent us some little thank yous.
We got
and
flying pigs.
Little flying pigs.
And I actually like this size of bag. It's
This
small.
is the micro wedge.
Yeah, and I use this for all my notions. Actually, I have my notions bag here. It's stuffed to the gills. This is the one I always carry around. It's got little pigs on it. And so this is the one I carry around all the time as my notions bag. This is the same kind, but
we got the same.
Got pigs. And so she made us these buttons, which are awesome. We're gonna have to do some kind of a giveaway for them or something. But they're TheKnitGirll's buttons with our logo. And then she made us. It almost feels like a private joke at this point, but it's not so private. Her significant other Nat helped us when we redesigned our website and went from the awful autumny colors to the beautiful site that it is now.
I love our site.
And Nat just did a fantastic job. And at first I was a little worried with all the white space because I'm used to filling white space with things. But she had the saying, honk if you love white space. So, and I do. I love it. Nat did a fantastic job.
He
and
did.
They made buttons. The Piddle Loop Sewing Team loves the Knit Girls. So we'll do a giveaway of some type where you can win these buttons because they're the only ones that exist right now.
Yep.
So we're not going to do that as part of the 1 year. We'll do that at another point.
And another awesome thing that Jen and Wendy have going on, because they tend to give back to the community quite a bit.
They do like the Beagle races or Basset Hound races, right?
Mm-hmm.
They do all kinds of great stuff. But they're doing a fundraiser for Kibble Kitchen, which is a local thing to them in Chicago. Do you want to talk about it? Or do you want me to talk about it since I wrote the...
Why don't you talk about it? I've read about it because she emailed me the information, but now it's like...
From now until the end of the year, there's something called Kibble Kitchen in, I guess it's the Chicago area.
Chicago. It's right down the road from them, I believe.
Okay. It's kind of like, so I can't remember what the name of it is here locally, but essentially people who can't afford food for their pets can go to this place and get food for their pets. And it's called the Kibble Kitchen.
It's like a soup kitchen, but for dogs and other animals.
And so for the rest of the year, any bag that has a dog, a cat, or a paw print on it, and this includes the
embroidery ones,
the bags that have an embroidered kitty or whatever on them, she's going to donate, it's 20% of the cost of that bag directly to Kibble Kitchen. And she'll do that for the rest of the year. So her site is Piddlee with 3 E's, PIDDLEEE.etsy.com. We'll link her, of course.
Yep.
And she, like I said, she and Wendy are both going to donate 20% of every bag that's dog, cat, or paw print themed for the rest of the year. So if you've been waiting to buy a bag, what better reason? And she also sent me an owl bag. And she sent a little note to tell me that this was a fabric that she sold some on her site that were owl bags that are like this. And this is the Piddlee bag with a Y. But mine is special. Mine has a red ribbon. Nobody else's has a red ribbon. So she's always so thoughtful and thinks of little things like that.
She has always been super thoughtful. When I first started ordering bags from her, like what, 2 years ago?
First spring fling. So 4 years ago.
3 or 4 years ago. Gosh, that makes me feel old. I had mentioned she used to do, when in the wintertime, she'll do like chapstick and she'll throw in like, she does a big goodie bag typically when you order from her. And she was throwing in like Hershey flavored chapstick and York peppermint patty and bubble gum. And I told her that my favorite was, I think the York peppermint patty. I think that's still my favorite. And so the next package that she went out and specifically bought that flavored chapstick to put in my shipment. So she's super sweet.
Yeah, they care about their customers and the products can't be beat. So I know you're sick of hearing about them, but really just go buy yourself a bag if you haven't already because they're great. Really well made bags.
We like her a whole lot.
And I'm done talking about Piddle Loop.
Alright, June at noon.
Okay, so I bought Laura for her birthday. We didn't go over all of Laura's birthday presents. Here, let me. My chair folds. Hold on. So for Laura's birthday, I decided this year I wasn't just going to get her yarn because girls got enough yarn.
I get a lot of yarn.
So this year what I got her was I went on looking on Etsy for knitting related art. And I got a couple of things, but one of them was a full-size print of this. And it's 2 girls hanging from a tree and they're winding wool. And that's what the pattern, or that's what the art is called, Winding Wool. And it's juneatnoon.com. But she's also got an Etsy shop. So I private messaged this June at Noon and I said, I love this, but I'd love one where they're actually knitting. Do you do custom orders? And so she did, and we worked together, and finally... And the custom order was for me, not for Laura, because I need some art here in the room. And so after a few weeks of kind of going back and forth, and she sent me some sketches and stuff, this is what
And you sent her pictures of us.
Yeah, I sent her to our website, and I said, this is me and my friend Laura. This is kind of what, so use that as inspiration. So she did. So there
you go.
Laura up here in the tree. And then there's me here on the ground.
The way things typically are.
Because she's mammothly tall, and I'm sure. But no, I love it, and it's really inexpensive. I think that it was between $15 and $25. I can't remember exactly.
For a custom piece of art.
For a custom piece of art, and I'll check and see if I know that she was going to list them in her shop. I don't know if they're in there now or not.
What's the print called? Knit Together.
Knit Together. That's the name of the print, and she signs them all at the bottom. But I love it. It makes me really happy. And I took it out of the frame so I could show y'all because I didn't want the glare of the photo of the lights. But this makes me really happy. And it just kind of reinforces the need to go indie when possible. Because she is an indie crafter as well. So I love it. It makes me very happy. And I'm going to put it back in its frame and hang it.
Cool.
I've been talking a lot. Please talk.
Kitchen sink shipment. I got my new kitchen sink dye work shipment. This is the second part of her Badass Woman's Yarn Club. This is the April shipment. It is named after Irene F. It is her worsted weight domestic wool. So there is 100% domestic wool, 220 yards. US size is 79 needles. And it's very squishy and citrusy. And the name of it's a felted project bag pattern that came with it is called Citrus Twist. So I'm not certain I'm going to make the bag. I might use this for a monster because this just screams monster to me.
I don't think you get a lot of use personally out of a felted bag. I think you get more use out of a monster.
Monster.
By the way, Laura knit my son a monster for his birthday or Christmas. I don't remember. He sleeps with it every night.
Oh.
He just got a new bed with shelves in the back, and so he put the monster up so that the monster could watch.
Watch over him?
Yeah, watch him sleep, I guess. I don't know.
And I also got an FOP shipment from Julie. Her Ravelry name is KPJJ1. It's not FOP, it's TheKnitGirlls. I'm doing both. I'm doing the FOP because that's where it all started. Moa started there. And then I'm also doing the TheKnitGirlls. So this is from Julie, and it is gorgeous, and it blends so well with all the rest of mine. It is Rios.
And that's a Malabrigo, right?
It's Malabrigo. And it's simple basket weave, but it is gorgeous, and it fits so well with all the rest of my crazy
basket weave
squares.
Was a good choice for that colorway.
Oh, I love it, and it's squishy and soft. And there were goodies in there. There was a sheep pez, and there was these lovely stitch markers, and a little notebook, which is already in my purse back behind me, and just some very cool stuff. So thank you so much, Julie. It's very nice, and that makes me think that I need to knit my square
I was
next.
just thinking I should probably start my square.
Yep.
Maybe I will when I finish the
Since
shop.
I have not, maybe when I finish these socks, I'll start a square. Although
Now
the
that you have
call,
so much time to yourself.
the call of the sweater, it is luring me in.
She flirted about wanting to start a sweater on Friday, and I told her she should probably finish the one that she's got on the needles, which
No,
she totally
that one's
ignored.
like winter sweater. It's very heavy, like Aran weight, worsted yarn, wool. I want something. It's spring. I want something spring. I do. You're looking at me crazy. I watched Meet the Robinsons this week, and one of the lines is, "You think I'm crazy too." Love that movie.
I've got a big head and little arms.
Big head, little arms.
Yeah, that was a funny movie.
That's an awesome
I had to
movie.
sit down
Rob
with Cody
Thomas
and
does
rewatch it.
part of the soundtrack. Matchbox 20 did.
Mm.
That final song. And I love the quote at the end of it. But that is neither here nor there, nor is it on favorite things list. Check.
Let's see. All right, so we bought some stuff on Etsy, and a lot of the
This
stuff.
was like a couple weeks ago,
like
prior
before
to
Camp Kip, even.
Camp Kip. But we hadn't shown y'all it
because we
yet.
haven't been home really to show y'all. So the
So-
first are these awesomely cute tape measures.
Rita from my local knit shop got one that was an elephant, and I was like, that is the most adorable. Look, there's little ribbon on this.
Yeah,
That is the most awesomely adorable thing ever.
And mine
I
is
must
a little
have them.
bird,
And mine is a penguin. And his zip right up. And
Yeah.
they're adorable.
and they're really well quilted over and everything. And
They're squishy.
the shop is Tomo and Timo on Etsy.
TOMO and TIMO.
.etsy.com. I guess I don't know. You can search for them on there. But they're really
We'll
super
probably
cute.
link them.
And who doesn't need another tape measure because they just disappear? Like
They do.
I can't find. Well, actually, I've got two in my bag.
I have that same one I found it this morning when
The
I was
little girl?
cleaning. Yep.
I've
The
got-
little teapot.
Jeez, look at all the crap that's coming out of this
I
bag.
think you need a bigger bag. Speaking of bigger bags, we got 2 bags too because I had
God.
found these a couple weeks ago and I was like, these are, well, a couple months ago actually, and put them on my wish list. And Leslie told me that they were adorable.
Yeah.
And we needed to get them. So I got the I Heart books.
And I've got the knitting one. She's knitting
And
a
then
quilt,
the
I
back.
guess. Yeah, and the back, that's the name of the
Shop.
Yeah, shop. Kukubee.
And they're pretty hard.
They're
They kind of
firm.
feel like,
Canvas, like
Yeah.
starched canvas. So they're really firm. They're not, I wouldn't say
They're
that they're
not
going to be
lined.
good project bags, but I don't know, I guess.
this is going to be my new Notions bag because it's bigger. And bigger is better.
Ooh,
I'm
leave
sure
that one
I'll feel
all
it.
alone.
I'm sure I'll fill it. Freudian slip.
And I've got all my stuff in my Erin Lane bag that I love so much.
It's so cute.
So she does not have stuff in her shop yet. I do not know why. I PM'd her and I'm trying to find out when she's going to have stuff back up in her online shop. I know she's been doing shows, so that might be why her shop's not full. But once I know, I'll pass it on to you guys.
Eventually it will be there.
It's a great bag. I love it.
And that is all.
I know.
That is all she wrote. How many minutes?
40
minutes. We're going to let it go to 40 minutes.
Yeah.
So y'all can find us on Facebook,
Twitter,
Plurk, Ravelry.
our website, TheKnitGirls3ls.com, and iTunes. If you have not already taken the time and you just feel like it, go ahead and leave us at least a star rating or a written review on iTunes.
Reviews are fun.
And for all of your podcasters, because everybody loves to get up and check and see if they've got awesome new reviews.
That is very true. The contest will go on until this coming Saturday, the last Saturday?
April 30th, yes.
Okay.
And then we'll draw winners on the next show, which will be May 1st. I hope the dates are right. I think that they are. But you guys know the routine. Saturday we'll close the thread. Sunday we'll pull winners.
And that'll be it.
Oh, that's it.
Thank you for giving us a wonderful first year.
Mm-hmm.
To many more.
And we will see you guys in a week.
Bye, y'all.
Bye, y'all.